The Friday edition of Metro Business Week live on Metro TV. My name is Winston Taki. We are coming to you live on channel 277 on DSTV and across all our social media handles. The award-winning show, the Metro Business Week, is proudly sponsored by Star Assurance. And today on the show, we'll be privileged to have Star Assurance to give us more insight on the whole insurance industry, specifically motor insurance. The National Insurance Commission has indicated that the motor insurance is the largest insurance policy in Ghana. As in what it entails and what it means is more that we'll be bringing you here on the show. Most definitely, we'll be activating the phone lines for you to call and ask questions on things probably you need a clarification on here on the show stage. This is the award-winning show, the Metro Business Week. It will be touching on critical issues, especially on motor insurance. And today, we'll be speaking with Star Assurance on the new innovative product that they brought in the market. And to help me do that, before I get to my guest here in studio, I'd like you to know that Star Assurance has launched another innovative product that is speaking about the product, Star Motor Third Party Extra, which aims to transform third-party motor insurance in Ghana. This policy is a notable departure from the traditional restrictions of third-party policies, which typically only cover liability for damage and injuries caused by policyholders to the third parties. The new Star Motor Third Party Extra policy provides coverage for glass damage encompassing windscreens, side mirrors, window glasses, vent glasses, sunroofs, and inside rear view mirrors of the vehicle of the policyholder. Pay as little as 100 Ghana cedis in addition to your standard motor third-party premium to enjoy the extra cover. Terms and conditions apply. Star Assurance, indeed, your solid partner. So to go deeper into this policy, to understand what it really means and how you can easily have access to this fantastic innovative policy, we are privileged to have in studio today in the person of Bridget Opoku-Sarkodie. She is the head of Alternative Distribution Channel at Star Assurance Limited on my immediate right. And on my immediate left, I have Michael Adomako, the head of Product Development and Innovation at Star Assurance. Gentlemen and lady, welcome to Metro Business Week.
Thank you.
Great. First of all, before we get into the conversation, I'd like to congratulate you on winning the award for the marketing-oriented General Insurance Company of the Year at the recently held CIMG Awards.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I can believe it's been a very demanding year for the company. How did you chalk this success?
This did not come easy. 38 years in the industry means a lot of experience, and we use that experience to come to bear when it comes to serving our customers. And Star Assurance have evolved with technology. And so when it comes to technology, we bring insurance to the doorsteps of our clients. When it comes to customer service, I think we are the best, if not one of the best, in the insurance industry. To win an award like that, yes, with more than 20 general insurance companies in the country, and we all know the status of CIMG, it puts us in a very good light, and we are thankful that the Lord shined this and gracious this thing award to us, and we want to share it with all our cherished customers. It's because of them that this happened, so we want to thank them for their continuous patronage and support.
Well, something is good, most definitely people will subscribe to it. So I believe you well deserve this award as well. And let me come to Mr. Adomako. Now, speaking about motor insurance, according to the National Insurance Commission, it is the highest insurance policy. Why is that? And generally, why the interest in developing that sector?
Okay, indeed, motor insurance is the largest portfolio when it comes to insurance in Ghana. This is because it is compulsory in Ghana. Now, you rightly know that from independence, that's 1957, motor insurance has been compulsory, and this is by virtue of the law that we have in Ghana. That's the Motor Vehicles Third-Party Insurance Act, 1958, and this makes insurance compulsory. So by virtue of that, once somebody has a vehicle, users of motor vehicle are supposed to have motor insurance. So it makes it the largest portfolio in Ghana.
You know, when you say probably someone watching us for the first time, hearing third party, may think probably a third political party or possibly three people going to a party. So, in simple terms, when you say third party in the aspect of insurance, what does it mean?
Okay, so let me explain it.
Yes.
So the person coming to us for the policy is the first party. That's the policy holder. We, the insurance company, Star Assurance, we are the second party. Any other person beyond the first and the second party is the third party. So once you come in for a third party policy, you are doing it for third parties. And these are passengers, pedestrians, other road users. These are third parties. So when you have a third party policy, the interest is of these people, the pedestrians, road users, and other even vehicle users. These are third parties.
Interesting. These third parties, do they have a voice or a say in the policy, and what benefits does the policy cover for them?
Indeed, once someone uses a vehicle,
yes,
and by virtue of the usage, somebody is injured or someone's property is damaged, then the third party policy responds to such issues or claims. So that's the essence of the third party policy.
So for instance, you having a car that is insured, I basically become a beneficiary of a third party if you are subscribed to that policy. In cases also that the person has not subscribed to that policy, especially the third party, how is that handled?
As I said, the third party insurance is the basic and it's compulsory. So if you don't have a third party policy, you're going against the law. The law gave room for limited exemptions like government vehicles, police vehicles, persons that have deposited 200,000 with the accountant general, persons that are exempted by the president, and also motor vehicles that are exempted by the president. Beyond these exemptions, all vehicles that ply on Ghanaian roads should have insurance in force. So failure to have the third-party insurance, you are going against the law, and you can be arrested and prosecuted.
Interesting. And let me come to Bridget for a few insight. Why did Star Assurance has been in existence for many years now, and looking at the contribution you've made in the insurance sector, probably is quite formidable, amazing. Now, with the motor aspect, how's the journey been?
The journey has not been easy. Enforcement has been difficult because even though third-party policies are compulsory by law, we realize that paying insurance is not an easy thing. And the regulator is having difficulty enforcing because most of the drivers don't understand the basis of insurance, as my colleague Michael said. That is why Star decided that let's do something extra to the plain third party all insurance companies are selling in the industry. Typically, if you buy a normal third party, you, the first party, do not benefit anything on the policy. It's only the third party, the pedestrian, the other road user that benefits. And especially for most of the commercial drivers, they don't see why if I have bought an insurance policy, I don't benefit anything. So Star Assurance came up with something like an addition that will make the first party also benefits, even though it is a third-party policy. And that is where third-party extra came in. So this time, you will get all benefits of third-party. In addition, you, the driver or the car owner, also benefits if you have glass damage. So windscreen, side mirrors, side glass, anything that is glass on your vehicle, you can claim up to a whooping 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Please
on your
repeat that
vehicle.
again. How much?
A whooping 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Just last few weeks ago, cars in front of our offices, it appeared that that was in the evening, we stepped out and windows and stuff were taken out. Immediately what came to mind was Star Assurance, where you started. So you were whooping 10,000 Ghana cedis.
Yes, up to 10,000 Ghana cedis, you, the vehicle owner, can claim on a third-party policy. This is innovative. It's the first of its kind in the industry. And for the amount you are paying extra, between 100 cedis and 200 cedis maximum, to get 10,000 cedis cover. I believe that. And you see, we did a bit of a survey before this came out, and we realized that the most damage or the most casualty drivers experience is side mirror being stolen, being damaged, or windscreen cracks. That is like 90% of the time it's likely to happen during the year. Either the sun is too hot, or somebody threw something at your vehicle, or you have an impact, or somebody actually stole it. So why not get a cover for it? Yet you are just paying the normal third party with just a little bit extra.
I'm sure just after the mirror aspect, we are also customers such as me and some other people will be expecting a car tape cover as well, because that is another thing that most drivers struggle with. You buy your car tape, the next morning you park your car in your home compound, a ghostly thief will come and take it before the next day. But that notwithstanding, with this kind of policy, how accessible is it? Is there a means to subscribe to it, or they just have to go to any of your branches?
Okay, so first of all, Star Assurance has numerous channels with which we reach our customers. The first one, we have 16 branches in all regions, and then we have agency offices spread across the country. You can walk into any of our branches or agency offices and request for this policy and all other policies. Now we have over 400 agents scattered across the 16 regions of Ghana that also sell the same policy on our behalf. We also have partnerships like Total Energies. We've partnered with them such that if you drive into any Total filling station, and mindful, they have over 270 stations from Tumu to Garu to Elubo to Aflau. Anywhere you are, you can walk in, tell them you want to buy third-party extra or any of our motor policies. You get it done there and then. Gina Hoje, all your documents, you don't have to go and come back for anything. There and then, you can make payments there and then, online with Momo, with your card, with cash. You can make all payments there. And the beauty about it is you get free fuel in addition.
Amazing, amazing.
Secondly, we have other platforms.
All right.
Like we've partnered with Cowry. Cowry is a merchant connection platform.
Okay.
Where you can also download the Cowry app and buy your insurance there and then. Within few minutes you are done. You get your sticker there and then on your phone. And you can make your payment through Cowry as well. We have numerous other agencies, corporate agencies all around that you can walk into, and anywhere you see a partnership with Star.
When I pass by your office, I see a dark lady posing, holding a placard.
Yes, I was coming to her.
Yes.
It's one of our platforms. She's called Pokua.
Okay.
And Pokua is a WhatsApp chatbot. So beautifully enough, I think almost all mobile users in Ghana have either USSD access or WhatsApp access. You can actually save Pokua's number. Hi her.
Is she single?
Yes, she's very beautiful and single.
Okay.
Hi her, and she will chat with you, guide you through the process. And with only WhatsApp, you can buy your insurance, pay on WhatsApp, and get all your documentation sent to you on WhatsApp. If you don't have data and you still want to buy, we have a USSD access. So if you have YAM, you can still, there's no excuse. You can still get that done. So in your comfort of your bedroom, in your washroom, wherever you find yourself, you can access our third-party Moto Extra and all our other policies, the Moto policies, on all these platforms that has been created. This is to give you convenience and access.
Amazing. Viewers, you're still watching Metro Business Week here. The Star Moto third-party insurance policy is comprehensive in nature, and listening to it alone, I'm sure you have a lot of questions with respect to how to get access, and surely all is being answered here. If you have any other suggestions as well, we'll surely activate the phone line for you to call in. They are here for you. I'm also here for you to address any motor-related insurance policy challenge you have here on the show. But there are instances where people can decide to orchestrate damages or any of those things in order to make claims, because looking at what Bridget just said, 10,000 from 5,000 to 10,000. Someone go like, hey, I need some cash. Why can't I just put something, take off my rear mirror and go and make claims without instances, the case of insurance fraud is quite critical. But let me ask, Michael, in such cases, how is that handled? Especially making claims and identifying false claims or fraudulent claims.
Okay, thank you. So what happened is we have a simple procedure when you want to make a claim. And we give you our claim form for you to complete. We ask for pictures, and we ask for estimate, and we ask for the invoice as well. So based on this, then we move strictly to settle the claim. But the information you provide will give us enough room for us to either suspect or recognize that it's a legitimate claim for us to proceed. So by virtue of completing the claim form, it becomes relatively easy for us to substantiate or ascertain.
In an instance where the suspicion seems wrong, especially in a case where a person has fraudulently made that claim, how is that handled?
We reject the claim. We don't pay claims once we suspect or there's indeed an element of fraud. We don't pay. Yes.
That's because there are several instances and where individuals try to challenge the company about they being the right. Like always, the conversation about customer is always right. In those instances, you take the case to court or you bring arbitration. How does this go?
Okay, so for usually making a motor claim, especially when two people or two vehicles are involved, we ask for the police report because the police happens to be the independent witness in almost every other situation. So based on the police report, what the police says, we take their word to be true and we move on to substantiate such cases. Yes.
Now, by the Insurance Commission, last week I had them here on the show and they kind of made us understand that as of now, it's one of the thriving industries in Ghana, looking at the various policies and how recapitalization has helped stabilize the sector. In the midst of a lot of economic challenges, inflation and all that, what is your perception about the role, possibly how we can sustain the sector going forward?
As in the insurance sector?
Yes.
Definitely we have some room to maneuver and to grow and to prosper and to thrive. One of it will be definitely the NIC is doing its bit with regards to regulation. Our insurance industry space is also burgeoning. We have enough room to grow, and that's how come Star Assurance is bringing up innovative products because the future is definitely not static. We are looking forward to bringing on board exciting new products, and we also entrust clients to also patronize because you would agree with me that insurance penetration is still quite low. That means some sectors or some individuals haven't still insured their assets, their earnings, their liabilities. So we call on all stakeholders to get on board and patronize insurance for us to thrive, for the economy to also do well.
Is insurance penetration the same as insurance coverage?
There's a bit of a difference. Right. So the insurance penetration happens to be the insurance premium vis-a-vis the gross domestic product, the income we make as a country. And the insurance coverage at the level of people that have access to insurance. Don't forget that beyond the traditional insurances that we have people that also buy insurance through rural banks and through even mobile phones. So all these are added up to determine the insurance coverage, which is around 30%. So insurance coverage in Ghana actually is around 30%, whilst the penetration is 2%. Interesting.
Bridget, the question most people want to know is whether the conversation or debate about premiums. Star Assurance, are your premiums too costly or is just the normal standard in the industry?
I think that when it comes to premium, you would say that Star is doing a lot to make sure that we keep the customer in mind and we are very competitive. As I keep saying, being the best insurance marketing company in Ghana for last year didn't come easy. It was the voices of the people that spoke. And if the voices of the people speak, that is the voice of God, right? And so it means we are doing something right in the industry. However, we still have a lot of insurance companies in the industry that undercut premiums because they want their business. Then when it comes to paying claims, it becomes problematic. And I think our regulator is doing a lot in that space. One of it is bringing MID, motor insurance data, so that we all have one rates we use, we all key into one portal, making us regulate that space. However, motor insurance is not the only policy we sell in general insurance currently, and we are relying on our regulator to do more to make sure that we are all quoting proper premiums, so that when it comes to claims payments, we can also honor our claims. After all, insurance is equal to claims payments, and that is one thing Star Assurance is noted for: paying good claims at the right time and in timely manner. Star Assurance is the best when it comes to claims payments.
That is the key fear of most of the customers. And if you are on that and for coming last year winning that award, I think it's a journey that was rewarding indeed.
Yes, and we instituted a 24-hour claims for our policies below, for 5,000 and below, and it's really come to help, because most of the claims that may come below 5,000, the small theft cases, and then the windscreen and these things, and it's working very well. It's one of the things that have pushed us up in the industry, because we are thinking about the customer. How timely.
Bridget, if I can equally add, it's interesting to note that just for last year, 2022, Star Assurance paid motor claims 39 million Ghana cedis. 39 million.
Yeah.
And this is in excess of 100,000 every day. 39 million. As at September, for motor claims, we've paid about 35 million Ghana cedis. So indeed, yes, we do our very best when it comes to insurance service delivery.
Some wonder, with all these payments, are you reinsured?
Heavily reinsured. we also have reinsurance, yes, and we have our reinsurance partners. Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you are watching it here, you are paying attention, and you are listening to with the distribution channel. You are in charge of distribution channel. Why do you have to extend such a coverage, basically, with to reach almost 264 filling stations? And what does that partnership mean to you?
Okay, so basically, we've realized that the traditional channels poses as a limitation to most of our customers. For instance, you leave the house at 6 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m., and you drive to work. You have to work. By the time you close, we have also closed. And you didn't get the opportunity to drive to our offices to renew or purchase insurance. Now, traffic in most of our city centers is horrible. If you even decide to use your lunch hour, you may not make it back in time. That is where innovation came in. We decided to come to your doorstep. Every day, you drive through a filling station, or at least twice or 3 times a week. You will go through your filling station to purchase fuel. So why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? Whilst you are at the station purchasing your fuel, renew your policy or buy a policy, and we reward you. In addition to that, you get free fuel. And today we know what fuel prices look like in Ghana. So, I mean, a gallon can take you a long way, right? Yeah. And so that is why. And then secondly, when it comes to weekends and holidays, it's difficult, because you can't tell on the day your expiry of insurance will land. If it lands on a weekend, you have problem with police. It means you can't move.
Interesting.
However, filling stations are 24 hours. They do not close on weekends. They do not close on holidays. So that was where the innovation came in, that why not partner something that has a business already with vehicles. And that is where the partnership with Total came in. Why Total? Total has one of the widest networks of filling stations across the country. They've been in Ghana for over 70 years. So when it comes to customer coverage, it's very wide. We want to also increase insurance penetration in the country through them. And they are mostly at places you will not find typically as branches. And so that is why we partnered with Total 2 years ago. And it has been a wonderful journey with them. They have been very supportive in this journey. And then we hope to do more with this partnership. So now all our customers, all Total customers can get insurance real time and get all their documents real time. If you want to lodge a claim, you don't have to drive long distances. You just drive into your normal filling station, do all your business in one go. That is why Total and the other partnerships are basically on your phone. And everybody holds your phone. The average time you use your phone in a day is more than even 3-4 hours.
Indeed.
And within that time, you can do your business.
So you're watching us. The numbers are going to be displayed on your screen, and you can call into the show. Let's hear from you. My producers are working on that. The numbers are coming on now. You see it, you call in, and let's hear from you as well. But when we speak about motor insurance, many are wondering that if you have a car, the type of car, does it come into consideration? Which I want to understand that from Mr. Michael. Is that the case? Or?
Yes. So for the compulsory one, that's a third party. Usually there are limited restrictions. But for the policy like comprehensive, we usually will consider the age of the vehicle. That is one of the key considerations we would consider when we want to give you the amount that you want to pay.
There are several instances where possibly some policy brokers, let's say insurance brokers, come to customers and certain details they don't disclose to the customers until the days of claims. That is when they go like, there's an aspect or a clause in the policy which was not read to you before you signed on to it. In those instances, how does Star Assurance handle it?
Okay. Usually it depends on what may have happened or what may have triggered the claim. And in most of the instances, once it's a straightforward business decision, we can definitely have a look at it and see how best we can solve or pay up the claim. But as I said, it's definitely dependent on case-by-case basis.
We had some stubborn customers so far.
Indeed, yes, we do. There are times maybe the person is unlicensed and the person has a claim. Then in that situation, we have no other recourse than to repudiate and to say we are not treating the claim because we don't want to go contrary to the law and against public policy.
Indeed. We have Ima who is calling us from Koforidua. Ima, you're welcome to Metro Business.
Oh, thank you. Please, I want to speak Asante.
Bacho Tuaso.
Me suit car. Hello.
Yeah, meet you.
Me perceive me insurance, but first let me use Provident. But me perceive me Susan Ambassador. Me show me TV, so me tie the muke na. And I say, into me say, kwajo insurance na sign. We are sign. That's the first. No.
Also, meet you.
Me say insurance sign first. Let me use Provident, but me perceive me a bus star. Me tie pa into me perceive me sign insurance na sign the price no.
Okay. I address a question is here. Why into also share Metro Business Week in just a few seconds. About question. So, if you're also watching us, you can call us from anywhere you are in Ghana. Any question concerning insurance, this is an opportunity for you to have address, especially if you're a driver anywhere. The drivers in Circle, Accra, Koforidua, Lorry Station, KJTR Market, Lorry Station, Tamale, Lorry Station. I know some friends there, they are watching the show. Shout out to all of you. And if you have questions concerning your motor insurance, surely we'll address it here. So I think, Bridget, Ima is asking, how much?
As my colleague Michael said, when it comes to third party, it's a fixed fee.
Okay.
Depending on the type, he didn't give us details. It's big for. So Michael,
But not, just to chip in, so for a private vehicle, you are paying 468 for private vehicle.
I hope your tree is okay, babe.
Okay, I can speak tree.
After the English, we just give it a polish up in tree, so that you can get it clear.
Okay, so private cars are 468, motorbikes 243 Ghana cedis, taxis 618 Ghana cedis, and there are varying premiums for different other vehicles.
Okay, so now in tree.
In the private car, 468 Ghana cedis, and a motorbike, 243 Ghana cedis, and a taxi, 618 Ghana cedis.
And that's for annual.
Annual premium.
That's 12 months.
Okay.
However, we have.
Nice. Before I get you in, we have Daniel, who is also calling for Ndungwa. Daniel,
Yeah,
live
good
with-
afternoon.
Afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I have a problem and I want you to help me solve. That is, my insurance was to expire in October this very year. Unfortunately, I asked my boys to go and renew it, and that was in August. So the renewal was done in August instead of October. So the time span between August and October, what happens?
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Daniel. So I think Daniel wants to know the period between when he renewed and that period, what happens to the cash at that time. Actually, I wanted to ask him which company, but because of the conversation, I can't go to that aspect.
If it is the same company, the renewal should have started from the day of expiry.
Yes.
If it's the same company, the system will trigger. And the renewal, if they look at the document well, if the date should start from the day. If not, they should go back to the insurance company and alert them.
But there again,
Yes.
we can renew in advance. So you can be in August and renew a policy that expires in October. It's permissible.
Yes, he is asking. I think the customer was saying that they've given him a sticker for August instead of October. So it means that if it's a different company, he can't do anything about it.
Okay.
At this point, yes.
All right. So let's get Benjamin, who is also calling from Dansoman. Benjamin, you're live on Metro Business.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Afternoon.
Please, I'd like to make an inquiry concerning a particular insurance. Let's say if I have a fleet of vehicles, like 4 or 5, and I want to register with them, do I pay the same price or they give me a discount? For instance, if I'm using the car for like Uber.
Okay, that's a legitimate question there. Thank you, Benjamin. And your question will surely be addressed briefly here on the show. And also, we are still taking more calls, and so you can call on the numbers displayed on your screen. So, Bridget. Ben.
Yes, we have fleet discount offer for clients who have fleet vehicles. Yes.
And he's wondering if you're paying the same amount for all, or even he'll pay more but at a discount.
So he's going to pay, as I said earlier, for motor insurance.
Yes.
In the industry from the regulator, the fees are the same. The only difference is because you have third party extra. If you want to take the extra, you pay the extra fee. However, when you pay everything, we apply a heavy discount to the entire fee you are paying, which means you are paying less.
Okay.
But not on each individual vehicle, it's on the fleet.
Okay.
So there's a fleet discount available for those who have fleet of cars.
I think I need more cars. John, you're live on Metro Business. John is calling us from Teshi. John, you're live on Metro Business.
Yes, I want to ask, assuming
John, we are listening. Yes.
I want to ask, assuming.
Okay, John, you are giving us feedback from where you are. Kindly lower your television set and so that the volume on your television set and so that we can hear you. Yes, we are actually live on TV. We can hear you too. All right. So, John, okay. All right, we'll try and get John back for him to also make his point here on the show. You're still watching Metro Business Week. We are live on our Facebook, the channel 277 on DSTV as well. Anywhere you are in Ghana, you can let us know what you think, especially if you are a subscriber to a motor insurance. Now, concerning what one of the guests asked about the renewal, all right, before I get to that, we have Neo Kine who's calling us from Accra. Neo, you're live on Metro.
Yes, I was listening to the earlier caller who asked about what if there is a different some difference between when you go it expires and when you redeem. And the lady said you have to go back to the original, that's if it's the same company. Now, what if the person has had an accident when it was expired, and now he comes back and then you renew him back to the old date? Are you trying to understand what I'm saying? He had an accident, let's say it expired in June, he did not renew, had an accident in October. Then he comes back in November and you renew him back in June. Are you not covering him for a period when he should have not been covered. I don't know if you are getting what I'm trying to say.
All right. Then let me rather get the right people to speak to that particular question. So I'm sure, Michael.
What I can say is the insurance cannot be backdated. It won't be backdated and it cannot be backdated. That's why I said,
insurance.
Yes, all insurances cannot be backdated. So for this particular situation, as I said, you can renew in advance. But as to how he got insurance and there was a bit of a blip, we would have to get better information for us to advise. But you can't backdate insurance.
So the case where the person probably was involved in an accident and is coming back to renew, during that period where there's a break, he has to also pay for those periods. Is that the case?
No. We would start from the dates that he came to our offices to renew or to effect cover. We won't backdate. So all accidents that happen prior or before, he would be responsible somehow for it.
Does he have to show proof to that before those documentation?
As in proof to
the fact that maybe he had an accident, or
no, because we wouldn't be responsible.
Okay.
For accidents that happen prior to you insuring with us.
And I think that the previous caller was saying that his policy had not expired. Yet when he sent his boys to go and renew, they should have picked a date from the day of expiry. So it means that he's double insured. That was his concern, that there was a double insurance between the period of August and October. It means that if you have a claim, one of the covers will kick in.
Yes.
So it is not even a problem.
Yes.
It is when that period, rather, there was a lag and you had forgotten to do your renewal. Then no insurance company will be liable. For anything that happened within that time. And I know your concern. How will we know? What if the person came and told you that it's today that I had the policy, not then? That's where our police reports and others come in. Those documents are dated. So those documents will specify the period within which those accidents happened. Mind you, third-party policies come with police reports. It is only a police report that will tell us when the incident occurred and whether we, the insurance company, are liable to pay the third party or not. Because if it is the third party that caused the accident, it means they are rather liable to pay our clients.
So indirectly, even if such accident happens, immediately there must be file a police complaint.
Exactly,
right.
Yes.
Now, before then, we have Ima, who is calling us from Koforidua. Ima, you're live on Metro Business.
Oh, thank you. But I'm afraid I shall be surprised, you know.
Okay, but you're too.
Oh, my some say just a total filling station.
Yeah, baby.
But Mr. You say me can gas into yes or man.
But okay, that's a good question.
So, hono, about yourself, WhatsApp and US there's Yama. Ya be ma o link bi. O de be to insurance no wo phone so. Na we nya sticker ni bibia de be send you SMS, we betimi a print wo com center bia and internet cafe bia. Nti na me nsuro. Se wo nko total filling station, we betimi use carry se wo WhatsApp susu a, we betimi use pokua e de ato insurance no. Until you use gas alternative wo ho ma.
So with my address, you can also call the toll-free number. I'll bet my phone number away. So 0800 177 177. So oh, share me up. 0800 177 177 on all networks, and all you need will be addressed. So you're still watching. Okay, we have a last caller, Ben, who is calling from Dansoman. Ben, you're live on Metro Business.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you're live.
Please, I would want to know if with the insurance, from the day of expiry, whether they give a grace period before you can renew, because some of the times the insurance get expired on a Saturday that the insurance companies are not working, and then yes, still the police will arrest you.
Okay, all right, thank you, Ben. So already, I think we've addressed that, but still we have to throw more light on it.
So because we know these incidences can occur, that's why we provided other avenues that won't close down on a weekend or a holiday or in the evening. One of it is our Total partnership. The other one is for Kari. Just go to your Google Play Store or your App Store, download Kari. Kari is Kowri, Kowri app, and download it. You will see an insurance button there. Just click the button, you select the type of policy, they ask you what type of car and the details of your car, put it in there. You can pay with your Momo or your Visa card, or if you have Kari account, you can pay from your Kari. You can also use Pokwa. Pokwa is our WhatsApp chat box, and then you can use Pokwa. I can mention the Pokwa numbers to us.
I have them here.
You have
0242 426 160.
Yes.
0242 426 160.
And you can use Pokwa as well to pay, and you get all your documents instantly, and you can print from anywhere, and you can pay instantly. So I think at this time we can't even give the regulator an excuse that it was a weekend and that is why we could not purchase a policy.
And when the police do got you, trust me, they'll take that share.
And now with the police, they have the short code to check. They don't even need a sticker. Once they put your car number in the short code, and the short code, all of us have access to it.
Amazing.
They can just find out whether you are properly insured or not. So this is a fine opportunity not to get caught by the police.
So Bridget, let me just chip in with the short code.
Up.
Yeah. So the short code is *920*57#.
To check your insurance.
*920*57#. And you can use this short code to check on the insurance status on all vehicles in Ghana.